14 out of 15. 15 out of 15. There it goes. Hello, everybody. So, yesterday I was doing some hedge trimming around the house and stuff, and I was barefoot because I always am. And I was in those bougainvillas, and they are brutal. They've got like 1-inch spike thorns on them. They make roses look like a fucking walk in the park, dude. Hey, Sean. Let's see what's up with the chat. Make sure I've got it turned on. Yeah. Let's see what's going on with the sound here. Good morning, Phil. Good morning, Sean. My sound was down on my computer. So, yeah, so yesterday I stepped on like a 1/4-inch long thorn from a bougainvillea, and it went into my heel to the left side of my left foot on the heel.
Nick Brown.
Hey, Nick.
Show.
Hey, let's turn that down a little.
Big Merc 83. Morning Trendus.
Good morning.
Phil.
Good morning.
Good audio now.
Yeah, good audio? Good.
Nick Brown. Oh.
Yeah, ow.
Sean aka
Right?
Trendioker. Drinking Kufef with my cat
So
and enjoying Nave's
I
garden.
stepped on that bougainvillea. It put a hole in my heel, and every time I took a step, it hurt. And I put the triage oil on it.
Phil.
It made the pain go away.
Damn, that had to hurt.
It did hurt, but now the pain oil makes it so much more manageable. The triage oil really does take breakthrough pain away.
Craig Allen.
It's breakthrough pain.
Hash NLRC Heine.
Breakthrough pain. It breaks through your skin. You know, it put a big hole in my heel, and this just makes it feel so much better. So, yeah, but I got a lot of trimming done. The whole yard looks so
Sean
pretty.
aka Trendioker. Triage oil is amazing.
Yeah, triage oil is awesome, right? It's great. Well,
Nick Brown. Hash Triage oil saves the day.
I was going to bring you the space launch to the moon this morning, and then, I was watching the news, and they said we're putting 4 mannequins on the rocket. And like, so much for my Van Allen belt chastising speech yesterday. They're not even putting human beings on this fucking launch. I didn't even know it. So they're not planning that for like 5 years or 3 years or something like that. They're like paving the way. So what I assume is they're making sure that all the re-engineers that are now employed over there at NASA aren't going to murder some astronauts with their re-engineering, like the re-engineers that have come into social media and ruined all of that shit. Like this moronic re-engineer who thinks it's okay to have checks before you can look and see a video that's been flagged on your account. There should be checks that don't even bring the video up anymore, and we did that. We covered it on last night's show. That's some re-engineer. Things used to work, but they brought some re-engineer into YouTube who could go in there and ruin it for all of us.
I love that triage oil.
Re-engineers. Yeah, the triage oil, huh? Re-engineers. They
what
ruin
about
everything.
sending monkeys?
What about sending monkeys, What about it? Why aren't they doing that? Why are they sending mannequins? It's so stupid. It's like Elon Musk putting a car up in space with a mannequin in it. It's that dumb. NASA is now as dumb as Elon Musk.
Hey, nay.
Christopher Michael. What's
Craig
up, buddy?
Allen. Phil.
When Elon Musk claimed, that he was going to take a Tesla and launch it out into outer space. Now, my first thought was, isn't that like space garbage? Isn't that like dangerous? Why the fuck would you do that? Why would you put more garbage up there than we already have? Oh, so you can see your name fucking floating, your company name floating around the fucking planet? Oh yeah, great advertisement. Yeah. Meanwhile, your autopilots running cars underneath the backs of fucking semi trucks and driving people off the road and burning them up in car
Good
fires.
morning.
Great technology. More re-engineers over there at Tesla, obviously. They got a whole pool of re-engineers today now. With our watered down jeans, they're real easy to find. Just about everybody produces them. These re-engineers, they're everywhere. You can find them everywhere, man. They're ruining everything. Their ball sacks are printed. The prints of their ball sacks are on everything that sucks today. And everything that's getting worse. It's a decline. And I'm telling you, man, in the 60s, they put human beings on that rocket. In the 60s. They put human beings on that rocket and sent them to the frickin' moon. No. Now we've done all that, all the science is all behind us. We're starting back from scratch again with mannequins.
AKA Trendioker.
Mannequins. Yeah,
Reengineers.
American technology. We're so dumb. We're so dumb. The rest of the world is going to look at us and go, mannequins? Really, America?
Brooksy. Good morning. I haven't stopped by to say hi in a while.
Hi, Kimberly. How's it going? Chris, what's up? Good morning. Craig, Christopher, Michael. So, my mother, it was so funny. We were watching the show from last night, my mom and I, and she's like radical leftist agenda.
Gee. This gonna fuel the fires of the
It's
flat
like
earthers and moon
leftist
landing
agenda.
deniers.
She wanted to know what was so radical about a leftist agenda. My mom wanted to know.
Hey, Nick.
So, RLA
Please
is going to
leave a
have to
thumbs
explain
up
her
on the
name to my
stream,
mom.
guys. Cheers.
This is going to fuel the fires of the flat earthers and moon landing deniers. Well, only for a few years until they actually put people in, which is supposed to be in 2025, I believe, is when they're putting people in there. You know, and it's so important that they put a woman and a black person on the rocket. So, you know, hopefully they're qualified. They can find some qualified women and black people to fly in the rocket, bro. To sit in a fucking armchair, you know, and go to the fucking moon. Hey, Chuckles, what's up, buddy? We always have to have a statement, you know, we have to make a statement. You know, putting a black man and a woman on the rocket that's going to the moon, so you can say, oh, it's the first woman and black person on the moon. Okay, kudos to you. But how about the systemic racism down here on Earth against black people? And how about women losing their rights to their own autonomy? Okay? Taking abortion rights away from women.
Gee.
Maybe fix that here on Earth before you're worried about sending them to the fucking moon. Like, sending them to the moon isn't going to fix what we're doing to these people here on Earth. So, hey, NASA, take all those resources you have to put mannequins on a plane to fucking moon, and why don't you take those resources and direct them right back here at the planet Earth where we really need that shit. NASA's turned into fucking Elon Musk. Well, let's go populate Mars while we're at it. It's such a great idea. I need to put my blind down. Give me a second. Because things are getting a little hot in here. Ooh, I can stand on my foot without it hurting. That's the triage oil. That's the triage oil doing its thing. Looking at you, looking at me. Hey.
Epic. Libtards. Phil.
Our stupid firsts.
NASA puts the first woman on the moon except she had a dick.
She had a dick. I always just seem to lose my fucking audience, man. That's okay. Let's get high. Hey. Where's my bong? Where's my bong? You know, I know the answer to this question. I'm just asking you guys. You know where my bong is? I'll go get it. I'm gonna go get my bong. I'll be right back.
Z666. Indeed, let's get high. Sea fishing. Rocket launch.
Hey, Dave C. Fishing, no rocket launch. No rocket launch. No, I think they're canceling it today. Unless you have some updated information, Dave C. I maybe could pull up the news for a live. Artemis engine issue discovered just hours before launch. Issue with one of Space's 4 engines are working to troubleshoot it before the launch window closes. Here's how to watch it. Why NASA wants to return to the moon before sending humans to Mars. Why are we sending humans to Mars? Why are we sending humans to Mars? Why are we spending money Where does NASA get their funding from, man? Is that from fucking American taxpayer dollars? Who funds NASA? The United States Congress. As a federal agency, NASA receives its funding from the annual federal budget passed by the United States Congress. That's our money. And they're going to send people to Mars.
NASA stands for never a straight answer.
Never a straight answer. I love it. Bro, why is
Deep
NASA
sea
taking
fishing.
my money and wasting
Waste
it
of
to
money.
send people to Mars? That's literally why they're sending them to the moon. They're practicing for their Mars shot. They're doing a moon shot before their Mars shot. Yeah, this is how stupid we are. This is the Reengineers. They can't even figure out how to get to Mars without going to the moon first again,
What
which
about
we've
water
already
pumps so
done.
people can drink in Africa? $1 billion could change a lot more than Musk's vanity.
What about water pumps? I know, right? What about water pumps for people in Africa? I laugh, but because it's you're right. You know, what about human beings on this planet?
Josh G.
You want to send some people on a vacation
Just
to
the
Mars?
space military industrial
For
complex.
what? Are they going to bring us
Wait
back
until
a
all the
Mars
Space
rock?
Force shit unfolds.
You know they're going to bring us back a rock from Mars? Well, there's a rock from Mars. Wow, there's a rock from Mars. Wow, we've achieved so much. How much is that going to cost us?
Dave sea fishing. They act like it's the first time to the moon.
Oh, it's not the first time on the moon. We already have human beings on the moon. Why are we sending plastic replicas of humans to the moon, man? Who are these re-engineers, and who are their parents? Who are these re-engineers' parents?
666.
Let's get high up in this bitch. Let's get high up in this bitch. Chuckles.
I've heard of plans for a new space station much larger than the ISS. So many silly plans. They are gonna try and control the space and keep it under force.
We don't have time, man.
Phil. $20 billion Mars rock.
We don't even have time to go to Mars, bro. I mean, I'll be surprised if we make it to the goddamn moon now. Now that I realize it's not happening until 2025. You know, we got people on this planet right now that are dying of climate change. Why are you spending technology on going to Mars? The answer to solving climate change here on Earth isn't over there on Mars. It's not on the moon. And taking all of our money and spending it so some astronauts can feel good about themselves, and so NASA can feel good about, promoting black people and women.
Space.
For no reason at all, we're going to make them an astronaut. Yeah, why don't you give them the right to get an abortion? Why don't you stop the systemic racism against black people instead of trying to send one to the moon? It's almost like you're trying to get rid of them. You're trying to ship them away from the Earth. That's what they're doing. Literally, they're putting them on a plane and they're get away from us. Go to the moon. That's where black people and women belong. Far, far away from us. Hey, I got news for you. You got millions of them right here, and you should deal with their problems today with the money that you want to spend to go bring back a rock from another planet, which will do nothing except waste our money, waste our resources, waste our time, and probably take away, any chances, any possibility that we'd ever have to try to sustain our lives. Is what we're wasting right now. Not only going to the moon and not only going to Mars, but what we're sending over there to Ukraine to have Russia shoot all of our money out of the sky and blow it up while it sits on the ground. It's like we're just taking these giant treasure chests full of money and we're setting them out there on the battlefield for Russia to just send another rocket and blow it up. Boom. Send another rocket, blow it up. Boom. There goes another billion. Boom. There goes another billion. Boom. There goes another billion. But let's go to Mars. But let's go to the moon. Let's spend our money on that stuff. Hey man, you want my platform? You want my platform points for my political party, which I'm never going to start? I'm not going to do it. But I do have platform points. Here's one for you. No more tax dollars for space BS. I should say exploration. Exploration. Yeah, no more tax dollars for space exploration. Okay, great. We got tinfoil. You know what? I could use saran wrap. I don't need my fucking tinfoil. Oh, wow, we got Velcro. You know what? You need your Velcro? I'll take a piece of fucking monster tape and bend it in half and do the same fucking thing.
The pretty colors and booze
take your
just don't do it
Velcro
for
and your
them anymore.
tinfoil and stuff it up your fucking stupid NASA asses. Because you guys are idiots. You're all a bunch of fucking re-engineers, and you're not doing anything for anybody except yourselves. So you could hang a little plaque on the wall and say, oh, I was part of this team, and we sent someone to the moon. We helped out a black person go to the moon. We put a woman on the moon. Oh, look, we've achieved so much. Yeah, and there's a woman that can't get an abortion right now, right here on Earth. You know, there's some black person who can't get a job right now because of the color of his skin. You know, we're getting killed by police in the street. That's a good one. Can we please deal with that shit before we start worrying about trying to send somebody to the fucking moon with my money? You guys want your money going to space? You guys want your money going to Mars? You guys want your money going to Ukraine? I want to hear from you in the chat right now. How do you feel about this? These are your tax dollars too, guys. Oh, yeah, you live in this country. I mean, some of my Canadian friends, no, not
so
y'all.
stupid, and they think it's so amazing and inspiring.
But all the guys they want and gals in here they're in America. That's your money and my money. How do you feel about your money being wasted when you go and you buy a little bag of Fritos and you got to pay little 10 cents over or whatever, and that little 10 cents that's going to go to taxes and that's going to go to get blown up on a battlefield in Ukraine or to go blast off a fucking rocket to the moon.
Josh
to the moon. We're literally just going to send our money to the moon and to be blown up on battlefields. These are the re-engineers of today, guys. They've re-engineered us into nothing, into extinction. That's what the re-engineers have done. All under this whole guise that they're great, smart people that are very intelligent with their college educations and their and their calculus, and they're so smart, and this is what they're doing. They're building rockets that, oh, by the way, that don't even work.
It's Joe Ever.
The rockets don't even work. Okay, it's sitting there on the launch pad. They're trying to fix it right now. Where's J.G. Wentworth? J.G. Wentworth. 8100. What is it? 1-800 cash now. Sell your soul to J.G. Wentworth. What is it, like 30% fucking loans? Where the fuck is... Okay. Hell no. Chuckles. It's Joe Ever. I don't know, but we get high up in this bitch or not? Chuckles. Do we even get high up in this bitch or not? Hey, Chuckles. We get high up in this bitch. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, everybody. I know I'm off time here. Cheers.
Sea fishing. They scrubbed the launch. Chris Repik. What about civil liberties in Ukraine? Like freedom of speech for everyone. 47% of Ukraine speak Russian but can go to jail for speaking it. Chucky Z666. No, it's Joe Ever. Like it's over. Dave C. Fishing. Friday next chance.
Chris, that's interesting. I'm just going to Google that really fast.
877 cash now. Oops, just docs J.G. Wentworth. Chucky Z666. Cheers.
.24% of Ukrainians speak Russian. You got your number wrong. But it's still a lot, Chris. The major language is Ukrainian, spoken by 67% of the population, while the second most common language is Russian, spoken by 24% of the population. The remaining 9% is comprised of various other languages. 24. So is speaking Russian banned in Ukraine? Is speaking Russian banned in Ukraine? There is no law that bans the Russian language in Ukraine. A poll conducted in 2020 shows that 66.5% believe that the state should promote further information on 16 of the law.
It is illegal to speak Russian in Ukraine.
No, it's, according to Google, it is legal. Yeah, they did not. I don't know where I heard that.
Vibes TV. Nay, what up, checking in from work.
Russian has not been banned in Ukraine, despite repeated claims by people like Chris Redgepig. That's politifact.com. The Russian language has not been banned in Ukraine, despite repeated claims from Russia's government. A language law in Ukraine enforced the use of Ukrainian... a language law in Ukraine enforced the use of Ukrainian... require that all content also be published in Ukrainian. Exceptions were made for other languages, but not for Russian. So they're kind of loopholing their way around it, you know. No, Russian's not banned. But in April 2019, Ukraine's parliament approved a language law. A language law. That's got to scare you when you hear that. Language law. You know, that was 2019, and we're literally supporting a country that has a language law. I mean, I don't know what the language law is, but they've got one. And that's just scary itself, right? Not even knowing what the language law is. There's a law regarding language in fucking Ukraine since 2019, and these are the people that we're supporting. Let's see what the language law says. Making Ukrainian the mandatory language for public sector workers. Huh. Well, that does kind of ban Russian, doesn't it, for those people? The adoption of this law required citizens to know Ukrainian and oblige civil servants, soldiers,
those two
doctors,
words
and
should never be next to each other.
Ukrainian. Dude. Yeah, language and law. Exactly. Yeah, except unless it's the First Amendment. There shall be no law regarding language. You know? Bro, this is a ban. You know, it is a ban on Russian. My bad, Chris. It really is. They're weaseling their way around it. But listen.
Not only can you only say certain things, but you can only say them a certain way.
Russian's not banned, but you have to speak Ukrainian if you're public sector worker. So if you didn't know Ukrainian and you only spoke Russian, yeah, that's a ban on Russian, man. It totally is. They don't call it that. And PolitiFact is saying it's false, but it's true. It says Ukraine adopted. Dude, you guys have to see PolitiFact is totally lying, and the evidence is right there in their own article. You have to see this yourselves to believe it. I'm not making this shit up. Here it is from PolitiFact. Okay? They're literally lying on here. This is the lie. They say they're covering Ukraine adopted laws banning the Russian language. That's the claim. Right? Look at this. Oh, I'm sorry. It's right there. Look at this right here. 100% false.
Epic. The argument Russian Ukrainians make is about language. No signs and violence towards any Russians. Gangs of hoodlums beat you up if you speak Russian.
Yeah, that's terrible. So they're saying that's law. That law is false. I'm sorry, the claim is false. But we just read through what they said, and what they said was this. In April 2019, Ukraine's parliament approved a language law making Ukrainian the mandatory language for public sector workers. Now, if someone is telling you you have to speak one language, then that's banning another language. And while you might not be saying you're not allowed to speak Russian or this is a ban against Russian, you just banned Russian, man. You did. And you know what? There's some exceptions were made under the law for some minority languages like English.
Download Twitter or visit twitter.com and search at Nays Garden, at Nays Garden Show, at Truthian News for the full
Russian
podcast
language
experience.
does not fall under this
YouTube
category.
channel at Truthian News on Twitter.
Right here.
Chris Repic. You get your ass kicked at minimum if speak Russian of speak out.
The Russian language does not fall under this category. Which means Russian is banned. And PolitiFact is literally just sitting here lying to your face while disproving their own claim in their own article. How is that even possible? How can PolitiFact be this hypocritical? Okay. It's like I want to show this to my mom just to get another set of eyes on it. All right, let me just highlight this. Ukrainian, the mandatory language. There it is. Mandatory language. Mandatory language.
It's definitely worth talking about.
I'm at such a loss right now for words. That's why I'm sitting here in silence, because I don't know. Give me 1 second here. God. I don't know how to address.
Gee. This kind of stuff people have no idea about, and they just blindly support Ukraine and the US funding its conflicts.
The Pointer Institute, PolitiFact. This is obviously some kind of a left-wing organization, PolitiFact. In my, they're going to claim that they're unbiased, but this is completely a biased view right here. When you say that
Repic. What about the 40 Russian that were burned to death in Odessa 2014? They made a video of it too. The don't talk about this video. IT was on YouTube, Putin did not forget.
I like visual aids, and I don't have my torch. The torch, I think, is
Chris Repic.
Is on the other table.
I never forget that video.
I don't know where my torch is. But let's say I got a lighter and a torch. Right? And I say, hey man, torches aren't banned. Torches aren't banned. But it's mandatory that you use a lighter. Are torches banned or not? Well, it's mandatory to use a lighter, so that, by definition, bans
Valentine.
The torch.
I googled it. Russian is listed as a regional language in Ukraine.
Hey, Billy, what's up, buddy? Thank you for Googling that. There is a law according to the very people who are denying that this is truth right here. Right here, it says false. I just can't get over the fact that they provide you the proof in their own article of this is actually a true statement. So what I'm going to tell you is the Russian language is definitely banned in Ukraine. Oh, it totally is. It might not be banned all the way across the board, but it's definitely banned, as it says right here, for public sector workers.
Valentine.
And how many public sector workers does make up the population of Ukraine, I wonder? You know, how many people in Ukraine are public sector workers? And what that says is their mandatory language is Ukrainian. It's like you have to use the lighter.
That sucks. The rocket that was gonna go to the moon got scrubbed this morning. Chris Repik. The numbers are 24% of people are pure Russian. Another 23% are mixed. Speak both. This makes up almost a half. Trendy Nick. I thought they all spoke the same language.
That's not what Google says, Chris. Google disagrees with you. Google says
Daniel Andrassy.
24%, bro.
By the way, good morning, Nay.
It says Russian is spoken by 24% of the total population. And you're just making up some fucking number.
Billy Ballantyne says it's a minority dialect but is spoken and used widely.
They say that only 9% are mixed, and you say it's 23. Where do you get your 23 from? I'm literally showing you where my 9% comes from. So, I mean, it's semantics, bro. Just let it go. Who cares? It's not really the point. You know, the percentage, the amount, or whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. What matters
probably
is
like the same as Chinese
there's
languages.
There's a law there preventing people from speaking any language but Ukrainian. That is definitely banning Russian. They're making exceptions for English and European languages.
24% is still a lot.
It's a fucking loophole. Exactly.
Daniel Andrassy.
Exactly. I totally agree. And even if it was
I
1%,
hope we're still cool after the other day.
Even if it was one, Daniel, just let it go, bro. It just want everybody. Why do you have to, Daniel? Why do you have to come in here and make this about you? You know, just let it go.
Daniel Andrassy.
We're talking about something else right now.
But I noticed a lot can be taken out of context when out of contacts when typing. Billy Ballantyne. 24% of statistics are made up on the S. Like this one.
Right up on
Daniel Andrassy. A lot can be taken out of context when we are typing to each other.
Wow, Daniel, you're just going to go off and sit here and just talk about what you want to talk about now, aren't you? All right. Why don't you stop and listen to what I'm talking about, okay? Because this is my show, not yours. So, we've got
Fishing Vibes TV. LOL.
We've got a website that makes a claim as false and then provides you with the proof that it's completely true. Now look at this. What's this say? In January 2022, a new provision of the law, right, that still exists, was introduced.
Andrassy. Yes, sir.
Under which print media outlets registered in Ukraine were required to publish in Ukrainian. This did not ban publications in other languages. Instead, the law required that all content also be published in Ukrainian. So, okay, they added another provision that's just forcing them, if you speak in Russian or you print a Russian publication, you also have to print that in Ukrainian. Fuck that shit. What a bunch of fucking Nazis. Again, exceptions under the provision were made for certain languages like English and other European Union languages, but not Russian. Well, there you go. There you go. So if you had an English paper, you didn't have to print it out in Ukrainian. If you had a European language other than Russian, you didn't have to print it. But if you made a Russian one, then that had to be printed in Ukrainian. Huh.
Valentine. 32% of bears make up 27% of the rest of the 100% of the bear population. Craig Allen. Messed up.
So right here it's giving the number 30% of Ukrainians speak Russian. Right here, according to Washington Post. That's what that says. The law requires Ukrainian to be primarily used in business, school, and media settings. However, it does not ban the use of Russian or other languages.
So if I give 1 cent, I get 30 Ukrainians.
Are ruling.
Trepic.
We rate
that is racism.
Lavrov's statement false. They see this, we rate his statement false. Are ruling. Whatever, man. You're ruling. You proved yourselves wrong right here, man. Mandatory language.
I say fuck Ukraine, fuck Russia, fuck space, fuck the moon, but this green crack is cool.
All right, well, I will smoke with you. I'll smoke to that with my Gorilla Glue, bro. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers.
Craig Allen.
What's this?
Is there a big difference between Ukrainian and Russian, or is it like here in the US where we have different accents?
I don't know, Craig. It's a good question.
Surrounded by Kiev.
No law regarding cannabis.
Good morning, Nay and chat.
Hey, Keith.
Craig Allen. Pronounce things differently. Surrounded by Kiev. Russian and Ukrainian is practically the same. Chris Repik. It is similar, but Ukrainian is another language. Surrounded by Kiev. I speak Polish, Czech and Slovak. All are Slavic languages. I can understand a little Russian and Ukrainian as well. Big Merc 83. My neighbor is still flying a Ukraine flag. He says he is in support of his uncle from Poland. Daniel Andrasi. My 80-year-old neighbor told me a joke yesterday. What do pizza delivery drivers and gynecologists share in common? They can both smell it, but they can't eat it. Lily Valentine. Ukraine has Carl's Jr. and Russia has Hardee's. Big Merc 83.
Hey Daniel, I'm blocking you, bro.
He gave me a fucked up look when I said cool war flag.
You're blocked.
Callionaire 87. Cheers, nay, happy
Hi,
Monday.
Caliana, how are you? I fucking told that motherfucker. I said, we're talking about something in specific right here. You fucking listen to what we're talking about. It's my show. You don't come in here and just talk about you. And he just, what? So yeah, he's blocked. He's gone. I hope you guys appreciate that.
Valentine. Good, he was about to recite an episode of Dexter's Laboratory next.
Dude, some dude on Twitter, he tweeted that his wife had been assaulted by some guy, and the guy, he said if the guy gets out of prison or out of jail or bails out, he said he was gonna Dexter.
James Everett.
He said that shit on Twitter.
Big Merc 83.
And
then I explained to my neighbor about the meaning of flying that flag. Callionaire 87. Dexter's Laboratory.
Oh, your neighbor supports war, basically, instead of sitting down and having peace talks. It's like this guy I was talking to yesterday right here. He was a very nice guy, but he said, yeah, I sent a bunch of money to Ukraine. And, I'm watching a video of a bunch of Nazis in Ukraine, And my mom's like, why didn't you tell him? Why didn't you show him? I'm like, because it's not my job to educate people. I'd already given them enough information. I'm just...
Schaffer. Let's see you stay on topic then.
We're talking about Ukraine, you fucking dumbass. Hey, guess what, Benny Schaefer? You're next. Blocked and banned. Sucking my dick the whole time. Sucking it.
By Kiev.
It's my
it's
show.
Lol.
You can't tell me what to do. When life give me lemons, I make beef stew.
Surrounded by Kiev. People are ridiculous. Big Merc 83.
I got Bruce Lee on my head, but don't call me a Lee head.
'87. Did you even get to grow this year?
Caliana, I live in Florida. I don't know if you realize that. Do you know I live in Florida with my
Valentine. There's lemons and beef stew.
That's what's going on at my house in California right now.
They're 87. I didn't realize it was permanent, my bad. Restream.io.
Permanent.
Congratulations.
Permanent.
You've received 100 messages today with Restream Chat.
Permanently moved into this home.
Callionaire 87. Nice. James Everett. Oh dang.
He let those plants go
Vinny
into flower.
Valentine.
He should have been vegging them.
When life gives me lemons, I make Jack Lemon. And still have lemons left. Chris Repic. My plants are huge. Big Merc 83. Hash NLRC
I
growing.
got vegetables growing over there too.
Callionaire 87.
Veggies coming out of the
You
ground.
can tell the plants miss you.
Shit, dude. He fucking shouldn't. He should have turned those lights on out there, bro. He should have kept them in veg and got them huge before he put them into flower. Zucchini growing up over there. Look at that shit. Biff now. It's coming out of the soil, bro. It's magic soil. You think Mark planted that zucchini plant? Do you think Mark planted that zucchini plant? Dude, I'll bet you he's going to have fucking pole beans coming out of that motherfucker, too. I tried to teach him, the difference between weeds and vegetables. He pulled a tomato plant. So it looks like he's
87.
doing a good job.
Did you plant that before you left?
No, Mark, no. Those veggies growing up out of the soil are they grow. It's going to grow every year. It's because of the way I grow.
When I clean my swag, I save the seeds that I come across. I've thought about going to the mountains and walking around and being Johnny Cannabis Seed and sprinkling them everywhere in the mountains.
They've got seeds way
James
down in there,
Everett.
and the water gets to them.
Man, I had a ton of pepper plants, ghost peppers. And I screwed up and got new and lost almost all of my peppers, sad smiley.
Oh, he said sad smiley. Did you hear that? That was funny. Lost almost all my peppers. James Everett, man. God damn. Don't do that, man.
Epic.
Man.
Surrounded by Kiev. Sometimes less is more.
That liner's going to have to be replaced sooner or later in the freaking pond, bro.
Surrounded by Kiev.
That's going to suck.
Oh, sweet. Didn't know you had a pond. Kaliner 87.
Oh, shit, dude. I used to broadcast.
Over swimming it up.
I used to broadcast from the pond.
James Everett.
You guys need to go back and watch some
That's
of my
a sick
old
pond.
shows, man.
Dog looks harpoy.
Go back through my old shows on the main channel on YouTube and go watch some old uploads, man. Everything
Surrounded
is
by
there.
Kiev.
The pond.
I built a pond with my son.
Waterfall videos, all kinds of shit. Speaking of waterfall, check this out. Oh man, dude, what?
Trendy Nick. Pond days were great. Surrounded by Kiev. I'll check them out.
That's my waterfall. I built that, guys.
Bonnie's Cafe. Nay, cheers.
I built that waterfall.
Surrounded by Kiev. Badass waterfall, bro.
Caliana 87. I didn't mean to make you homesick night.
Oh, I'm not homesick. Mark just sent me those yesterday. That's my home right there. That's my home right there, Caliana. That's what I need in my life right there. Look, watch this.
And the big if. I'm in the desert. The pond we built brought all sorts of wildlife to it. Like an oasis. Caliana 87. Y no.
It's my house. That's my waterfall. It's my house. That's my waterfall. You like that? That's how close that waterfall is to my house. It's my house.
87.
That's my waterfall.
Well, that's funny. Nice Garden. Download Twitter or visit twitter.com and search @Nice Garden, @Nice Garden Show, @News for the full podcast experience. YouTube channel @Trutier News on Twitter.
Rudia News on Twitter. Rudia News on Twitter. It's amazing how many people walk right by that waterfall and don't even know it's there. You know? We're going to smoke some OG Kush. I don't have to worry about a seed husk in this stuff. Ooh.
Ana 87. I feel like I'm back in Juarez listening to the news with that voice.
With that, oh. Like with my voice, what? And then I was like, oh yeah. I feel like I'm back in Juarez listening to the news with that voice. Someone needs to say, is the Chicken Brothers make the finest chicken from a recipe passed down from generation to generation? Come see what the Chicken Brothers can do for your chicken
Around the
feast.
big if. Telemundo.
Telemundo. Yeah, come on, guys. Give me some good stuff in the chat while I smoke this bong rip. Who can make me laugh in the chat? Let's see it. Use the accent. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, everybody. OG Kush so smooth.
Ana 87. What did your shoe say to your pants? Bats up breeches.
No, man, use the accents. Do a Chicken Brothers commercial. Say the Chicken Brothers.
Big Merc 83. Apoyo hermanos with the Chicken Brothers only produce the finest chicken this side of the Mississippi.
That's good.
Craig Allen.
That's what I'm talking about.
Almohadilla NLRC.
The Chicken Brothers. She says it too fast.
Big Merc 83. Congratulations, you've received 69 mensajes sobre stream chat.
Los Polos Hermanos. The Chicken Brothers.
Caliana 87. I just the Chicken Brothers is muy bueno.
The Chicken Brothers.
Trendy Me. Chicken Brothers.
Chicken Brothers.
Surround the big if. Welcome to Mexico. Would you like a cerveza?
A cerveza. You guys want to hear my legal platform? It's really simple. Here, this is the first time I'm gonna publicly show my political platform where it is right now. Okay. Here we go. Are you ready?
Ana 87. Do you still use the brothers at lab? Those guys were hilarious.
Okay, I had to make a little amendment there. Do you still use the Pop Brothers at Law? Those guys were hilarious. Do you still use the? I've never used them. I was just. It was Eddie. Was like, dude, have you ever heard of Pop Brothers at Law? And I was like, no. I was like, I don't like them already. He's like, dude, I've been trying to get them to come on your show, and I think they'd come on your show, bro. They're like really cool. They're lawyers. I'm like, what? He's like, they're lawyers. They're called the Pop Brothers at Law. They do like.
Oh.
He told me all about them.
They did your legal stuff long.
He got me to get them on the show. He helped me get them on the show. We got them on the show, and we interviewed them twice. Both of those interviews are at naysgarden.com, trendyaztabers.com, triageoil.com. All those interviews are right there. Those guys are cool as shit. But I asked them one legal question once, and they responded and said they didn't specialize in that specific thing that I was asking them about. I remember that. Okay, here is my...
Berto 83. Los pollos hermanos y es muy bueno es mi cocina es mucho limpio.
Why does she say it so fast? Dude, you can't enjoy it. It's unenjoyable. Too fast. Paloma, she's too fast. Let's do Jenny. 8675330. Somebody say 8675309 in the chat. 8675309. Oh, you guys don't want to see my political freaking platform?
Rounded B. Keith. 1 cheeseburger, 1 Pepsi, 1 Frenchy fries. Thank you. Come again.
Too late. It's a new one, bro. It's a new accent. Okay, here we go. Check this out. Here is my political platform. And if I was going to make a...
Nick. 867-5309.
Jenny. If I was going to make a political party, I would stress a lot of these ideas.
Kaliana 87.
Now, not all of this stuff is...
Do they have a southern accent to use?
Is solidified, but that's just an idea, Legal rainwater collecting, legal farming at home, no data or bandwidth charges, no power shutoff, no water shutoff, no law regarding cannabis, Medicare for all. That's a good one. I thought that one up all on my own. All student debt forgiven. Bill to end police brutality. I kind of wrote a bill about that. Bill to sue corporations. I wrote a bill about that.
Rounded B. Keith. Free college?
I do believe, yeah, free education. I like free education. Let's do free education. Free education. Student life and free education. I love it.
Rounded B. Keith. Right on.
I like free education. Thank you for adding to my platform. Very good. Yes. There, we just added something. That was addended by Surrounded by Keith. Thank you, Surrounded by Keith, for
9757.
Legalized prostitution.
Legalized prostitution.
I think that's fantastic, but I think there's a better way to phrase that. No law regarding what would it be? It's not legal. They don't call that legalized prostitution, do they? They call that what would be the sex work?
Fiona 87. Sex workers. Gamer 9757.
So no law regarding sex work.
Legalized sex work.
Yeah, no law regarding sex work. How about that? No law regarding sex work, bro. Here. No law regarding sex work.
Rounded B. Keith.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. Add source. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. I think it's a great idea. Let's see what else I've got here. So I've also got bill to end police brutality. Okay, bill to sue corporations. I'm also going to add, I've got other bills too. Like there's a bill for to take corporations out of politics. Yeah. Bill to remove lobbyists. Bill to remove lobbying. I believe it was. Bill to sue. Okay, solar companies pay back what they charge for a watt. No more of this bullshit that I could produce a watt of power and they're only getting me 1/1000th of what they charge me for that same watt of power.
Politics.
Now it's got to be apples to apples. We both pay for the infrastructure, so don't give me that bullshit either. Oh, they pay for the transfer of that. It's their infrastructure.
To regulate pharmaceutical
bullshit.
Industry.
I built a whole node for them. That's mine. That node, that's mine. I built that shit. They didn't give me any money for that shit. You know? So don't give me that. I've already put in a financial investment into that. And now they can pay me exactly what they charge me for the same exact product. You know, and it's not just going to be solar companies. It's going to be as to any company with any product. Anything that they sell back to the people has to be the exact same rate that they charge for that product. Right? Okay. No more insurance networks. Right? You ever heard that one? Oh, I'm sorry, you're out of network. You can't use that hospital, that ER, that doctor, that specific specialist. You know. Nope. That's not going to happen anymore. Wherever you are, every single doctor, every single procedure that you want done, you can have it done anywhere. There's no more networks. It's Medicare for all. And there's no more stipulations, no more of that bullshit. All right? Trans surgery is going to be covered, not this Ron DeSantis bullshit. All right? Somebody needs that surgery done, they get to do it and their insurance can pay for it. Medicare for all. And that includes that medical procedure because it's definitely a medical procedure.
Medication costs?
And let's talk about elective surgery. Elective surgery. Trans surgery / elective. You know, let's do this. Trans / elective. I mean, somebody wants to get a nose job.
My meds are $20K
someone wants to get their
I don't have them.
get
insurance will not cover
injections in their face.
Bastards.
Or have some sort of, you know, their skin tightened or have fat removed or do something to make themselves feel better about themselves. Hey, it's all going to be covered. Yeah, everything.
I like that elective
it's
surgery.
All fucking covered. You know, all it says right there underneath. Oh, I didn't realize it says it right there. All medical procedures covered. You know, that includes trans elective. All right. Speed limits are suggested. Okay. And you're on the highway, you're the freeway, whatever, and you can do fucking 150 miles an hour and you're not putting anybody else at danger because maybe there's no one else out there. Okay. Fucking leave that motherfucker alone. There's no one else out there. You know, or if you're in traffic and you're not cutting people off, but let's just say, you know, there's a fast lane. Oh, that's going to be another thing. Oh, yeah. Slow cars that are in the fast lane, those motherfuckers go to jail. If you're driving in the left lane, that left lane's for my ass, and I'm in a hurry. And I'm going to be driving 120 miles an hour in that lane. All right, if you're doing 95, you need to get the fuck over while I'm doing 160. You know, if I'm doing 200 miles an hour, you need to get the fuck over if you're doing 150. You get the fuck over, let me by, blah, blah, blah. You can keep doing 150. So let's do that right now. Where is it? Speed limits. Right here under speed limits. We're going to say no slow cars in left lane.
Nick. That's a law here in GA.
And must move over for faster cars. Yeah, you must move over. Somebody's coming up behind you, you need to fucking proactively get the fuck over. Alright, now my bill for police brutality has cameras on the cars. It's got everything is in the bill. So police brutality covers a lot of legislation. Yeah, no more police radar for speed traps. There's no more fucking speed traps. Immigration traps. You know, no more police radar for speed, no more immigration traps, none of that shit. All right?
Anna 87.
Free lunches for all children.
Free lunches for all children in schools.
Well, there should be free food for all people everywhere.
Sounded be Keith.
You know, let's do that.
Can we get a bill to where we
Free
own our own online
food,
data that Google and others collect?
Housing
That way we can make money of
clothing.
it rather than them.
for everyone.
Gamer 9757.
You know, so we're gonna do
Intense
this.
psychological exam for
That's the way
anyone
it's
who
gonna
wants to
be.
become a police.
No more foreign wars, dude. No more wars. No more wars. Yeah, I forgot that one.
Surrounded be Keith. Good idea, gamer.
Who wants to become police officer? A psychological exam? Yeah, I think if you want to become a police officer, that's going to fall under the police brutality bill. But, you know, screening people
James McGill.
properly, like
Cheers,
you said, I
man.
totally agree. Police need to be fucking... Dude, and police
Heliana
officers
87.
that have a higher IQ...
No more supporting other countries
Those
in
guys
wars
get to
with our
actually
tax
become
dollars.
police officers. No more do you get to deny a police officer because they're smart and they can think for themselves. You know. But that's all in the bill to end police brutality, or it should be written in there if it's not. But I would refer you to that. What about this one? No more tax dollars for space exploration. We were just talking about that. Isn't that funny? Yeah, you're not going to Mars.
Surrounded
You're
be
not going
Keith.
to the moon.
No
You're not
NASA.
gonna fucking do the space station
Surrounded be Keith.
bullshit.
Put it on pause until
You
we
know,
fix Earth's
if
problems.
it's not
Gamer
directly,
9757.
if you can't prove to
What do you think
a
about universal
fucking
income?
board that sits there with their arms like this and say, you show me the benefit, the direct benefit to mankind for everything that you're proposing right now. And if you can't show that benefit, an immediate benefit to mankind, then fuck off. That money's going to go help the homeless, people get housing, people get clothes, people that need medical care, you know. It's kind of fun to talk about a platform like that, huh? I spelled solar wrong. I said solar. It's solar, right? Solar.
Diana 87. How about rebuild our factories? Stop depending on China.
That's like infrastructure bill. I don't think Americans want to work in factories, Caliana. That's the problem. I mean, do you want to work in a factory, Caliana?
Diana 87. I have in my younger days it helped pay for life.
That's not what I said. I said you want to work in a factory.
Surrounded be Keith. Oh.
Do you want to work in a factory? I mean, my father used to own a factory. You know, he used to own a manufacturing warehouse. Giant corporation.
Diana
manufacturing
87.
Chairs. I've been there. I've
Sure,
watched
I have no problem with that.
the conditions. I've seen. It's
Gamer 9757.
not a
The
great,
problem with
not a great place
factories
to
is they
spend your
require
day.
a lot of work for little
Concrete
pay.
floor, disgusting bathroom. It's used by a whole bunch
Surrounded
of
by
people.
Keith. A lot of countries give their workers 30 days vacation time automatically for all employees by all employers.
Dude, I just saw this thing by Amazon. This person wanted to use a bathroom, and Amazon's requiring them to ask permission to use the bathroom. And they asked if they could use the bathroom, and Amazon said no.
Would that be a good idea for American
and they
workers?
went and they used the bathroom anyway, and they got reprimanded for it. I saw that on Twitter this morning. Sure, you have no problem with that? You don't mind working in a factory? Well, I think that's good. I don't see you working in a factory right now, though. So, I'm just assuming that because you don't work in a factory,
Americans
you've
get
chosen
screwed on
something else other than working in a factory.
Gamer9757. Worked at Amazon once, and it's like Nazi Germany.
And it's like not Amazon.
Kaliana87. Kinda commercial grow is a factory in a way, LOL.
No, it's not. It's awesome, bro. You're doing exactly what you want to do. You know you are. I know what that feels like. It's hard work, but, when I go outside in my mom's garden and I pick weeds all day, and that's what I do. I go out there and I try to beautify this yard. I don't mind the hard work, It feels good to work. But I've got a garden hose right there. I can run it. I can use this beautiful home for anything I need it for. Whether I just need a glass of water or some ice, Beautiful bath, showers, go take a nap, whatever. It's palatial.
9757. Dude, they got security guards checking all the bathrooms every hour.
If I had to work in the conditions that I'm working in right now, that what I do to get to the hard work, and didn't have access to all this, I wouldn't fucking do it. I'd be like, fuck you. That's me. I ain't gonna work in a factory. Not me. Like I said, I've been in a factory before. I worked in one. I worked in a wood shop where I cleaned up after all the dudes were done, but I would come in there early while they were all still there and they were cutting wood on all these giant machines, and I'd go in there and clean all the machines off, clean up the floor, take out all the trash cans. I used to ride there on my motorcycle. I got fired from that job because I wanted a day off. My buddies were going to a concert, and I wanted to go, and it just kind of came up, and I kind of appealed to the boss. His name was Frank.
Garden. Download Twitter or visit twitter.com and search at Nee's Garden Show, at Truthier News for the full podcast experience.
Can I have this day off?
YouTube channel at Truthier News on Twitter.
I was like,
Brop all day. Good morning.
Like, no. I'm going to need you to come in on that day. I was like, okay. So it would have totally... It did. I remember if I couldn't do what I wanted to do, I had to go to work and shit. So, yeah, I went into fucking work. And when I was done, I left this one little section of sawdust on this table saw right in the middle of the shop where everybody could see it. And with my finger, real carefully, perfect lettering, I wrote, Frank's dick. And I was fired the next day. He's dead now. It's a happy story. It had a happy ending.
9757. LOL.
More insurance networks.
Kaliana87.
Covered all medical.
Frank was butthurt. Drop all day. Moral of the story is you should have went to the concert.
Yeah, right. Well, I didn't need that fucking job. What I ended up doing was going back to car detailing after that, and I started doing really good doing that. God damn, that was a long time ago. I was riding a motorcycle to that job, so that means I was 15 years old. 16, no, I would have. The legal work age at that time, I think it was 16. Because I wouldn't have been 18, fucking. Why was I riding a motorcycle to that job? That wasn't my first job. Oh, I'm so confused about that. I want to try to figure that out. I mean, I don't remember owning a car and a enduro motorcycle at the same time. I got rid of the motorcycles when I got the car. Never even looked at those things again. Right? But I'm almost positive I was riding a motorcycle to that job. I don't know. I don't know why I'm thinking that. I don't know. I must have been 16 or 17. And I must have been driving a car there. I don't know why I was thinking
Down at 87.
I must have been older.
Have a great day, Nay.
Because it wasn't my first job.
I've gotta run. P.S. You stream clearer on Twitch. Brop all day.
Yeah, Twitch.
Thinking about ringing mine today, but too damn hot.
Twitch, you know. Twitch, it's such a resource hog. You know, and I hate that 1 minute fucking commercial when you first tune into it. Oh man, I hate that shit. You know, but it's got some cool interactive things. You know, I'll give it that for sure. Cheers. No law regarding cannabis, everybody.
Mark 83. My first job was at a Peter Piper Pizza.
I worked at Village Pizza. I write down all the jobs I had. They're all starting. I'm starting to remember them all. My first job was working for Popeye's Fried Chicken.
All day. My first job on paper was Sears.
Yeah, my first job was working for Popeye's Fried Chicken.
Brop all day. Cashier. Quite after a month.
I worked for Publix as a bag boy. God damn, man.
Gamer 9757. Mine was Hollywood Video.
I worked for a video store. I worked for a video. It was a privately owned, you know, it was just a couple that owned it. I was one of the cashiers. God, dude. It'd be funny to write all that shit down. I worked for Universal Studios.
Mark 83. Worst job ever. I worked at a call center for one shift. I never came back, not even for my check. It was the worst.
I worked for a big production company. I worked for 2 big production companies. I ran
Surrounded by
Spotlight.
Keith. I was 10, had a deal with Domino's Pizza.
I ran Spotlight.
Passed out their flyers, hung them on people's front doorknobs.
I ran Spotlight on different at different shows for different artists and shit. That was fun. I did special events working for this dude that provided support and logistics for large events that were usually held at convention centers and shit. I had a lot of fucking jobs, man. I love watching Workaholics. Those guys are
Surrounded by
on the
Keith.
phones, you know.
When I was 13, I worked on an ice cream
Telemarketers.
truck for a week and never got paid. Big Merc
You
83.
worked an ice cream truck?
Best job ever, being a father. Surrounded by Keith. Free ice cream though. Drop all day. That's a great show.
Workaholics, ball, got to be brush. You gotta be fresh. I'm binge watching that shit, bro. Dude, Jack Black came on as Adam's father. If you guys haven't seen that episode, it's
Mark
fucking
83.
great.
I got fired from my ice cream job today. No more fudgesicles.
No more fudgesicles. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen that episode with Jack Black, check it out. It's amazing.
Surrounded by
It's
Keith.
hilarious.
LOL 83.
That's what year that was, 1983?
Brop all day. I'll have to watch that episode.
You know, this happened to me yesterday during a show where I just got so freaking high. I was just sitting there and I was like, I'm too high. I can't play video games. I can't fucking
9757.
think of something to say. You
The
know,
80s were a bad time for fashion.
the 80s were a bad time for fashion. They were a bad time for
Rock all day.
hairstyles, too.
Dreading this work day.
Oh, the hair. Oh, my God. I still got 80s hair. This is it.
Big Merc 83. Hashtag I love the ADS.
ADS. I love the ADS, she said.
Gamer 9757. LOL, when the mullet was king.
Man,
All day. Just turned 29 on the 24th, 80s before my time.
right? Imagine if all of the world leaders got together and said, you know what? We're going to save money for everybody. We're going to step down our military equally, all of us, simultaneously, quickly. We're going to step down our militaries. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of all of our submarines, everybody at the same time. We don't need that shit anymore. We're bringing them all back in. No more submarines. We're going to turn them into, ocean exploration vehicles or ocean monitoring or, scientific vessels or something for medical, or housing or whatever. We'll do something. And then the next thing we'll do is everybody will bring in their nukes, all at the same time. No more nuclear missiles. No more maintaining nuclear missiles. This is going to save so much money to not have to have this shit anymore. And then we're going to step down our Air Force. Everybody's going to take their jets out of the sky. We're going to no longer need pilots for warplanes. So these pilots can go on to go fly commercial jetliners, which is what we need right now. Anyway, there's a shortage of pilots. There you go. Making sense here? Just seems like the logical thing to do to me, And that's how you achieve no more war. You step that down. You just tell everybody, look, we're all going to save money. You no longer have to fund that. Now we're all going to stop using tanks. We're all going to stop arming our soldiers all simultaneously. We're going to find jobs for these guys now. You said that you were training them, giving training for a lifetime. Great. What are the jobs you're training them for? Let's go put them in those jobs. You want to build infrastructure? There you go. There's your workforce. Planes are stupid expensive. I know. Think how many homeless we could house, how many hungry we could feed. The military-industrial complex makes about $1 trillion USD in revenues. God, imagine that $1 trillion going to another cause, Keith, right? So many other causes. What a waste. War is such a waste. Joe Biden's like, I'm going to cut your Social Security. That's where we're going to get money from. Blah, blah, blah. You fucking piece of shit, man. God, you're an idiot. Well, all you got to do is stop all this war shit. If you would just sit down with everybody else, Vladimir Putin included. Everybody, every world leader. And say, this is what we're going to do. We're going to stop doing war. Everybody is, so you no longer need it. You don't need it because we're not going to have it either. Everything's getting repurposed. We're finally going to put our reengineers to fucking use. Here, go re-engineer all these fucking weapons of war and go make something useful out of them that's peaceful. Yes. What's up?
I'm getting ready to leave.
Uh-huh.
After I work out, I'm gonna go buy Publix. I'll get you a sandwich, one of those Italian sandwiches, yeah, for you and Daddy. So I'm gonna be a little bit later. It's not gonna be exactly at 12 when I get home, okay?
Okay.
So just wait lunch and you'll have lunch.
Thank you. Drive safe. Love you.
Okay, I'm not leaving yet. I'm leaving in a few minutes.
All right. How dare you offer me an Italian sub? How dare you? How dare you offer me an Italian sub? A zuba di pesci. A zuba di pesci. A zuba di pesci. So they scrubbed the space launch. I was going to cover that live. There were mannequins on the freaking rocket. And I would just wonder if they were had testing ability, like if they had human, crash test dummy type shit with monitoring on them for pressure and temperature and Van Allen radiation. Yeah, so as it turns out, the radiation detectors on our mannequins. Yeah, we got a little problem. We got a little problem with that. I'm having this little problem with that. We got this little problem. So these four deer. Where's my mother? Mom! Listen to this story. So these four deer were in the front yard today, and my mom walked up to them, and she talked to them, right? And she says they walked right up to her, and she said, "You can come over here and eat all you want. We're okay with that." And they came right over towards her in our front yard, right? And just as she walked inside the house, and I didn't know this, I'm walking around the other side with my dog. And I get all the way out to the front driveway, and we see the four deer. Two of them are in my yard at this point. Two of them are across the street at this point. I walk the dog past those two. They're kind of interested. One of them's got short spiky. He just little spikes with his little doe. And then the other one is this buck that we know, him and his girl, and she's got this thing on her eye. And it's the same couple. They've been here for 5 months, right? Same deer. And I walked up with my dog. My dog was checking him out and shit. I was kept him cool. He barked, he kind of lunged at one, and then he stopped, and I held him on the leash. I was like, no, and we walked around, and he saw the other two that were in my yard, and the doe was the one that I know with the thing on her eye, and she saw us. I always wave at him, so she knows it's me, and she comes over, and she's checking us out and shit, and I do the exact same thing that my mother did. And my mom walked away. She didn't hear the story. I go, "Hey, you guys, what's up? We don't mind you being up over here. It's cool. Come on over. Come hang out. It's cool." With the dog with me. And then I walk inside the house, and my mom tells me this story, and I didn't tell her. I'm I did the exact same thing. It's funny. So anyway, I look forward to that day. Ugh. We are so stupid, man. We need to be building walls up around where the ocean is going to encroach, where there's massive amounts of people. New Orleans, whatever's going to happen on the West Coast, I don't know. But there's San Francisco. There's cities where there's people living, man. When that water level comes up, man, they're going to get flooded. And we're spending money on all the wrong shit. Dead deer? Kayaking. Wow, that's crazy. I wonder what killed it. We're not preparing. I don't know. It's so pretty outside. And I'm doing a bed out there, you know, I'm cleaning out this bed. Getting these weeds out, making it look really nice. That's what pisses me off about climate change. We're not preparing. I mean, yeah, since we're not going to stop it, we need to at least address it. We're talking about, you know, generating all this money, carbon taxes and whatever. We're taking billions, soon to be trillions of dollars, I bet, and sending them to war. And what we need to be doing is addressing, you know, infrastructure, climate. Look at the flooding that's going on right now here in the United States. There's another city that's flooding right now. I can't remember where it is. I want to say Alabama. Is Alabama flooding right now, guys? There's a state where there's some. Oh, I think they were warning that the Mississippi River was going to flood or something. Was that it? There's like a
Bounded be Keith.
There's a basin.
Yeah, that's in the news.
Yeah, there's flooding going on here. I'll look it up really fast. $4.1 billion, guys. $4.1 billion to send that stupid fucking rocket with mannequins in it to the moon. What a waste of our tax dollars.
Bounded be Keith. Fuck dude.
Oh, they're not covering it right here. It's weird.
Rounded be Keith. People don't have dental care, but we're sending mannequins to space.
Kentucky? Is it Kentucky? Mississippi. Jackson, Mississippi. Mississippi residents brace for flooding. Pakistan's flooding. Las Vegas, Texas. Jackson mayor urges residents to get out now as Mississippi braces for river flooding after record rainfall. 47 minutes ago. Rainfall in the Pearl River swelled to devastating levels. He said it's possible for 100 to 150 homes to be affected in floods from the Pearl River.
76.5 million Americans without dental insurance.
Wow, that's terrible. I don't have dental insurance. That's terrible. It's just a little more than half a foot underneath the major flood level of 36 feet. Wow. That's crazy, crazy. You know what I mean? So, I have a feeling the creek is still full of water after that rain we had yesterday, man. The water comes from two large reservoirs, bro. They collect a lot of rainwater on the way. So there's no telling how long this thing's going to be slammed for, but it's beautiful when it's like this. It's just, you could literally just get on an inner tube and just shoot down it, you know? It'd be fun as hell. It's very fast. That'd be a fun video with my waterproof camera. You know what I'm saying? Want to see outside? It's pretty. It's pretty. You can't see me, but I need a better camera so you can see it all. You know? I wonder if they make a camera that'll do that. Maybe I should get one. HD light correction. Free delivery today.
Bounded be Keith. Droughts and floods have been extreme this year.
It's only a 720.
Drought causes Yangtze, China's most important river, to dry up.
It's only a 720p cam, but it says it's got HD light correction. I wonder if there's a camera that light software included. Oh, it's got a light built into it. It's got a little light, little face light on it. It's cute. 360 degrees. Yeah, that's cool.
956. GM Bro. Brop all
Hey,
day.
man.
Working on a 2022 Genius GV70. It's a Mercedes without paying double the price.
I'm trying to figure out a good camera that will show the outside here and my face like this, you know, simultaneously. There's all kinds of cameras, man.
All
There's
day.
a 4K camera,
Genesis.
HD auto light correction it's got. Wide field of view, works with Microsoft. Get it tomorrow. There's a lot of these I get it today. I'm like, I want to get one today, bitch.
Rounded B. Keith. Nice car, Brop.
Nice car. Oh, Genesis. Auto light correction. Yeah, well, mine has auto light correction on it too. And if I turn everything on automatic, it still doesn't fix this issue. Look, I'll show you.
All day. Not bad for a Hyundai.
Okay, I'll put it on default and put it on default. Low light compensation off. That's on default. See, it doesn't do it. Nothing. Nothing. Backlight compensation. So I have to, I have to do this. The outside should look like that, and you should be able to see my face. All simultaneously, man. It's you would think backlight
Rounded B.
compensation
Keith.
would fix
There
it.
is no Florida setting?
I know, right? Florida setting. There's backlight compensation. There's this. It's not enough. There's brightness. But then that brightens up the back, It's this exposure. See, this is what the backyard should look like while you're looking at me. So I should be like this, and you should be able to see out there beautifully. And I need to find a camera that'll do that. Adaptive light sensor. High performance adaptive light sensor. What's that? Razer Kio Pro streaming webcam, uncompressed, 1080p, 60 frames per second, high performance adaptive light sensor, HDR enabled wide angle lens with just okay. Uncompressed experience. Adaptive light sensor. Packed with technology that enables the webcam to adapt to the lighting condition for picture-perfect clarity in any environment. I need that shit. It's got videos. You have
Drewski 956. Damn, get that Razer one. James McGill. That looks cool.
I mean, I want to see what it looks like with the light, a bright light behind somebody like me. In any light, uncompressed streaming, enhanced impression, HDR enabled to make colors pop. Wide angle lens. Oh, wait, you see that? Look, the window behind them looks like my window. Looks like the same fucking thing. It's just white out there. You can't see out there. You know?
James McGill. Yeah.
Hello everyone, in this video I will be comparing the Logitech StreamCam to the Razer Kiyo Pro. This is one, and this is two. And remember that both cameras are on auto settings as the Kiyo Pro is showing it.
Yeah, but you have a bright light behind you.
The StreamCam is dropped to 30-second record USB cable.
No, you don't.
Because Razer recently updated the firmware of the camera, and they updated also their Synapse software. And also, I don't like the fact that the colors are not accurately represented in the Kiyo Pro. But overall, both cameras are really good, and you cannot go wrong with both cameras.
He's got a good accent. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what kind of a... I don't know what kind of a thing I want to do there. I haven't quite figured it out.
McGill. Raised looked the best.
I don't know, man. There's a whole bunch of cameras. HD light correction. This one says it's got HD light correction on it. Next you go.
James McGill. Well, good luck.
Huh. Price dropped 20%. I should go grab my mom's webcam and plug it in and see if it does it, and then just go buy her cam, you know? That's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to go grab her camera off her computer and plug it in and try it.
Sounded be
I'm
Keith.
all out of USB ports.
That's a good idea. James McGill. Sounds good, sounds like an idea.
Yeah, because she's got a camera over there. It's different than the one I have. Maybe hers will do it under this lighting condition. Anyway, listen, I'm going to go. You guys are great. I love y'all. I'll see you on the next show. In the meantime, come find me on Twitter. Bye, guys.